'tis the season. And not Christmas. It's that time of year. Pumpkins are out. It's getting a little chillier. The leaves are falling. It feels like vampires. It feels like werewolves. It feels like Twilight. I want to do a full spoiler reread vlog of Twilight because I am a Twilight stan. I love Twilight. I have loved Twilight since high school. It's just like such a comfort to me, if that makes sense. Like when I like go through hard times, Twilight on the TV. We're gonna do a full spoiler reread vlog of Twilight. Not that like, I mean, what is there to spoil? I don't know. If you don't want Twilight spoilers, don't watch this, I guess. But yeah, like if you don't want spoilers for this book that came out 20 years ago, don't watch this video. Arguably, one of the most important things about Twilight is the vibes. So, let's set the vibes. Okay, vibes have been set. I have so much mood lighting. I have ambiance with rain on the TV. Rain is important. And I've got chocolate, I've got candles, fall scents, got a blanket on me, I'm on my couch, I'm ready to rumble. So, let's read Twilight. I'd never given much thought to how I would die, though I'd had reason enough in the last few months, but even if I had, I would not have imagined it like this. Guys, I'm back. I'm on page like 4. I'm on page 4. I have thoughts already. The one thing I have beef with in this book is how Bella's mom is. Hold on, let me pause my ambiance. I have beef with how Bella's mom is. It makes me angry that she's like leaving Phoenix and she's like, how could I leave my loving, erratic, harebrained mother to fend for herself? The bills would probably get paid, there'd be food in the refrigerator, gas in her car, and someone to call when she got lost, but still. I just think that she's a teenage girl, she shouldn't have to parent her mother. I feel so awful that that is what was going on, and it makes me dislike her mom a lot. Like a lot. I'm Team Charlie as far as parents go, not team naming the child Renesmee, because Renee, I don't like her. That's it. That's the story. I'm already having thoughts about how much I don't like her. I'll move on, maybe. back because they specifically mentioned that Edward like breathed on Bella and she was like, it smelled exquisite, like the scent of him. I mean, I don't know. Does it make sense that their breath doesn't smell like blood or like dead animal? Yeah, kinda. But it's like a little weird that like any living thing, I've never met a living thing whose breath smells good. You know what I mean? Neutral, maybe. Good? No. No, no, no. Anyway, that was my only thought. I am really enjoying my time. It's making me very happy to do a reread. I am a Twilight lover. Twilight was like a comfort thing for me when I was in high school. I'm loving my time reading it. I'm having a great time. It's going really fast. It's like a thick book, but there's a lot, like the words are really big. Big. The words are big on the page. So I feel like it's not a huge deal. Like now I'm on 193. Working my way through it. It's hurting my hand a little bit. I'm remembering why I like my Kindle. Because it hurts my hand to hold this book. Millie's still sleepy with me. All good things are going on here. There's a lot going on here. So, this is filmed, I don't know, maybe you don't care. This is a camera. I was filming on my phone, this phone, for a while. For the first half of this video and all my other videos. I have a camera for this now. So, gonna be using that. I picked up the camera because it's dark out, it's rainy, the vibes are perfect, okay? For Twilight. That's right, it's time to read more Twilight. I say as if that's not why you're here. Here's the thing. Are you out there, viewer, Team Edward or Team Jacob? And why is Team Edward the only correct answer? Let me tell you why. It's because Jacob's a freak. I actually love Jacob as like a friend for Bella, but why did he like kind of assault her? Why was he weird? I'm on page 211. I stopped in the middle of a chapter. Great, perfect. Hello and welcome to me laying down. I look like I'm a floating head. I'm gonna move, I think, actually. I'm logging on to the vlog to say I'm back at it again, reading Twilight. Obviously, that's the whole point. Here's my take, actually, because you asked. You kind of did ask, you're watching the video. They, like, sucked the freaking life out of Edward and Bella in the movie, okay? Like, they have banter in the books. They're funny in the books. And, like, I think earlier I said that, like, Bella's funny. I've also realized that Edward is too. And, like, they made everything in the movie so serious and so depressing. And I don't know, like, we could have used some of that banter, I think. Like, my absolute favorite scene in the entire Twilight franchise is when Bella and Edward are first, like, seeing each other. And Edward, like, jumps down into the bed of her truck and is, like, smiling. And is like, I want you to, like, come. I think that's when he's like, I want you to come play baseball with my family. That went well. Anyway. But that's my favorite scene because it's like Edward's so happy. And he is a miserable person. So, like, that's part of it. That being said, though, like, he's funny in the books. I swear to God. Like, I just, like, they're having, I'm opening it up so I can read it to you. They're having some banter. Like, he's talking about hunting. And he's like, we try to focus on areas with an overpopulation of predators, ranging as far away as we need to. There's always plenty of deer and elk here, and they'll do. But where's the fun in that? It's like, movie Edward would never say that. He's constantly making fun of her for the fact that she cannot walk on a flat, smooth surface without falling over. which is like iconic because yeah, she can't. And it's really awkward actually and embarrassing for her. But like, I don't know. I know this has been a lot of comparing the books to the movies. That's like where my head is at because I've watched the movies more times than I've read the books. Sue me. Sue me. Millie's meowing. If you hear that, you don't, actually. That's what I said, girl. I said, it's weird how they, like, made Bella and Edward so depressing in the movie. It's like, it just, there's so much more fun to it. And I get that they did it for the vibes, I suppose, but they're so much fun. Like, they're not so much fun. I'll say that. They're not so much fun. They're funner, though, than they are in the movies. And it's like, why would you take that from us? Why would you steal that from me? Catherine Hardwicke, I needed that. So, yeah, it's rude, actually, to not have given me that. Okay. That's my update for now. I'm on page 200 something, I think. This is a 500-page book, in case you're wondering. I'm on page 215. This is a 500-page book.
Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. I'm here with Isabel Rose. I have taken over her vlog for the day.
What are your thoughts on Twilight, CJ?
Do I look like a Twilight person? I've never read Twilight in my life.
Well, have you seen it?
Parts of the first movie.
Okay, so I don't care. What are your thoughts, though? Are you Team Edward or are you Team Jacob?
I was asked this question a lot in elementary school.
Okay.
And I always said Team Edward because all the girls that I liked in elementary school were Team Edward, and so I was Team Edward.
Those girls were right for that.
Well, that's good to know. Are you Team Edward then?
Yes.
So I picked the right one.
Team Jacob is like messed up because Jacob, like, he's a great friend. He does assault her a couple times. We've talked about this, me and the camera already, about how Team Jacob is a little messed up because, like, Jacob is just weirdly pushy, and he did kiss her that one time when she didn't want to be kissed, and then she punched him and broke her hand. Because he's rock solid, because he's a werewolf. Good morning. I just need to address that, like, okay, so I got the ebook from Libby to read on my Kindle because I am in a Kindle mood. I've remembered my Kindle exists, so I wanted to use it. I just want to say, I think I love the, like, new covers. I don't know what the, like, public opinion is on it, but I do love the way the text, like, wraps. If that makes sense, if that's even the right word. I do think I love it. And I love that it's like the classic covers with different font and like different text. No one asked about my thoughts on the covers, but you got it. So I'm in chapter 13, page 271. This is the first time they're in the meadow. I don't feel like I'm getting the same feelings I got when I read it as a teenager, but I think that's because I'm a different person now, and also I'm not, like, I don't know, I'm not necessarily in the Twilight mood. Like I was when I started, and now I'm not, and now I'm way more concerned about, like, just reading and reading and reading to meet my reading goal. I'm back for a little update. I was reading Twilight last night in the bathtub, as you know. I'm closer to 75% through now. I'm hoping I can finish it today, but we'll see. I had a couple thoughts I wanted to share. Namely, it's a little Mormon coded. It's a little Mormon coded. I just like, Bella at one point was like described as wearing a khaki skirt, like a long khaki skirt, mind you. And Edward was like, no, you're like irresistible, like blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, what a strange take. Okay. But like teach their own, I guess. Regardless, I just like, that stuck with me from last night. I couldn't get over that. Sorry, I adjusted the camera. If you see that, no you don't. Capiche? Edward and Bella feels like they met 3 days ago, but they have told each other they loved each other. And it's really weird a little bit. Okay, I know earlier in this video, I said, you know, it's not as insta-lovey as the movie. It is. No, it is. It's insta-lovey in a different way, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like they say I love you very soon in the book, but they take more time getting to know each other, if that makes sense. They take more time getting to know each other in the book than the movie, but they say I love you way faster in the book than the movie from my memory. Regardless, that was putting me off a little bit last night, I'm not gonna lie. And I began to wonder if it lives up to the hype I had surrounded it with when I was in high school. Because this, like, Twilight was like my comfort thing in high school. I was giggling and kicking my feet reading the first book the first time. I was giggling, I was kicking my feet, I was loving my life. And I'm not getting that vibe this time. I'm getting very, cringe. I mean, sometimes I'm like a little kid again, but I feel like the vibe's not correct. Which goes to show that like your comfort content can change for sure. And maybe I've just outgrown Twilight. And that's okay. I still like the movies a lot for the vibes. But I'm not sure that rereading the books is for me. Which is like fine, because you know what? I love the 50 Shades movies, but the books are bad. The books are bad. So, you can love a movie and not like the book at the end of the day. Not often, but when it comes to like genuinely not good books, yeah, I think so. Anyways, that's really all I had to say. I'm 75% through. Trying to finish it today, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know if I can pull that off, but I want to get this done. Because this is the last thing keeping me in the fall vibes, I will say. For me, fall is done in my brain, and it's time to decorate for Christmas. But something about decorating for Christmas when I'm reading Twilight feels wrong. Like, I have to finish Twilight before I can go Christmas shopping, before I can decorate, yada, yada, yada. I don't know why. This book just doesn't mesh well with Christmas in my head, even though I know, like, Breaking Dawn has a Christmas scene. Whatever. No one asked. I don't know why I know that. Actually, I do, because I vividly remember it. I think it's... I don't know if it's in the movie. I don't watch Breaking Dawn, the movie, very often. It's not one of my faves. I think it would be Breaking Dawn Part 2. The movie. Once again. Not into it that much, but... I don't want to say I'm disappointed in the way this reread has gone. I will say I wasn't searching out the comfort of Twilight necessarily. Though I have, you know, enjoyed the little bit of comfort it gave me. I feel like it didn't give the same comfort that it used to when I was in high school. But that being said, I'm a different person now, and that's okay. Millie's here to share her final thoughts on Twilight, as well as me. Spoiler alert, I finished Twilight this morning at work. Well, it was not this morning. It was, I guess, over lunch I finished Twilight. I finished it on my Kindle. That was the thing that like pushed me through. You know what I mean? I think the reader girlies know, if you're not like motivated to read a book, get it on the Kindle. One thing I want to say though, is that, remember earlier I was talking about the potential plot twist, the birthday scene? First of all, that's not in this book. Listen, I have no resounding answer on the plot twist. No, not the plot twist, the plot hole that is Jasper's powers being used on Bella, who supposedly is immune to powers. Is it a Twilight universe plot hole? Is it a movie plot hole? I don't know. Was something changed in the movie that wasn't like to make things incorrect in the movie? You know what I mean? Like, did something change and they like messed it up and then there was a plot hole? I don't know. I don't know. Part of me wants to like keep reading to figure it out. I would have to read literally every single book, because Breaking Dawn is when you like really find out about her like powers, because when she turns, obviously. Spoiler alert. No. God, I can't believe I got Twilight spoiled for me. No, but on that note, I read The Great Gatsby last year, and that fully like, or maybe it was this year, but like no one ever spoiled that for me. I did not know what happened until I read it, which is crazy. Can you imagine not having a classic spoiled for you? That being said, there's a lot of classics I don't know what happens. This is not one of them. This is a classic, and I know what happens, okay? That's actually all I have to say. I don't have a complete answer on the plot hole of it all. If you know, I'd love to hear it. Even if you have like an essay to say, I still want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like I would read a master's thesis on Twilight. Specifically Twilight and the religious tie-ins. Twilight in a cultural context. Because I'm trying to hear about the representation of Native Americans in Twilight. I'm trying to hear about how Mormonism ties into Twilight. I'm trying to hear about the literary trope of vampires and how that is translated into Twilight. So, if anyone needed an idea for their master's thesis, I got you. Just hit me up, okay? I've got ideas. All right, I've got ideas. I'm not gonna rate this. It's a reread for me. It is in my story graph rated as 4 stars from the first time I read it when I was in high school. Because this is only my second time reading it, mind you. So it's in my story graph with a rating. I can't explain why, but I'm not gonna re-rate it. It just doesn't feel right. I don't have a rating in my heart. Because it has nostalgia for me, but I can't rate it based off nostalgia, I feel like, but I can't rate it based off of like how good it is, because that feels sacrilegious. Because how good it is like a 2-star. Like writing wise, not good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I finished it over lunch. I made a TikTok about finishing it. If you want to see the TikTok I made finishing it, that's my TikTok. That's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with all the vibes and the Twilight throwbacks. And I would love to hear any of your takes on Twilight. So let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like, comment, subscribe, all those YouTube things. It would make me very happy if you did them. And I will see you next time. Bye.